What is going on, Collectors Optical 20 back for another video preview. Today we're going to take a look at the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man, or, we call it the Garfield Spider-Man or so. It looks amazing. I mean, the head sculpt has improved from the Amazing Spider-Man 1. That is the Andrew Garfield head sculpt where he just looks dead on. This one looks like it's kind of recycled, but that was not bad at all. The technology and the paint applications, it looks a lot better. I didn't have any problems with Amazing Spider-Man 1, and so is this. Now, for anyone who's wondering, was like, why does the body look like this? It looks like this is the same figure, because I do have this figure, I sold it. Anticipation for this, but I can almost guarantee you they're going to change this. This is kind of like Fat Man, when they announced the Ben Affleck Batman and everyone lost their minds because he's kind of fat. This is the exact same figure, if I'm not mistaken here. Like I said, I have that figure. The proportions are kind of off. This screams like 2014 Hot Toys, which I don't think it's going to fly nowadays. I'm pretty certain they are going to change this. And for the better, because all they gotta do is use one of those Spider-Mans from the video game series, and it'll be infinitely better. Like that magnetic thing on the hand, is that still the case? I am not sure. That is not too bad. It's just doesn't peg completely. That is the problem with that. But I know this is one of the most anticipated figure. This and Tobey Maguire. And I'm sure they're gonna sell this like hotcakes. It's gonna be insane once this comes out. It's not out yet, so whenever it comes out, I'll put the link to Big Bad Toy Store for this. It's nice. I am definitely gonna get this. I'm probably not gonna pre-order it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a ton of this. So we'll see, we'll see. And from the other figures that we're going to discuss later on, it looks like they're trying to incentivize you now for pre-ordering figures, but we will see if this trend continues. But this, again, my first Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a beautiful figure. It poses well, no problem with the suit whatsoever. It bounces right back up. I got no problems with tearing or articulation or anything like that, so I hope they maintain that quality with this head sculpt. I've seen on Instagram, I think it was JC who's like painting it, and it looks phenomenal. And I have no doubts it's going to be the same. It's kind of bare bones, but at least they don't have the magnetized hands anymore, as you can see there. It's different kind of hands. They're showing the body type because it literally comes with nothing, just an empty mask. And that is fine. Honestly, that's fine. They use the Amazing Spider-Man 2 tag instead of No Way Home. I'm guessing licensing, which is kind of weird because they have Lizard or Reptile or whatever his name is, which is we're going to discuss later on. But hey, it is what it is. I don't know why that would be an issue. But if it comes out, the same exact one, like what we're seeing right now, I think I'm still going to get it. The problem we had on the first one is that the glue that they used on the head sculpt started bleeding out. And I wish I could show you some reviews, but I didn't review it recently. That is the biggest issue I have with that. And then you can see the stitching on the front. It looks like it's not present here. But I honestly do hope they're going to change the body, because this is, kind of scary. But even if it is, I guess it's fine, because there's so many issues in the first one, like not so many issues, but, the leg just constantly pops out. The neck, you weren't supposed to you remove the neck, I guess, but you could. You definitely could. It's not on the instructions. I don't know if they're meant it to be that way, because the Amazing Spider-Man 1 has a collar that is not matching the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So maybe they just kind of hinted, hey, you buy both and you can kind of swap it out. But it is what it is. I'm glad that they went away with that massive base. I like this a lot better. I don't like that printed thing, but, I wanted the plaque. But it's okay. Even if it comes out the same exact way, as long as it's priced decently. By decently, I hope it's like around $250, because or $260. Probably not. Let's be honest, this is bare bones, because the Spider-Mans that came out with The newer ones, comes with a lot. So we'll see. It looks beautiful, but hey, moving up next is from, I would say, the same movie, not Spider-Man 2, but Lizard. And ironically, this is from No Way Home. I guess because of Electro Fields or whatever. This is just a stand. This is not a full figure. So leave it as it may. I don't know how many people are actually going to buy this. I hope a lot. I will, because it's No Way Home. I love that movie. But the dilemma is there's a third party Lizard that's coming out. I think the Reptilian is the name. And if it's going to be somewhat on the same price, which one would you prefer? It all depends. I would definitely still get this. I am a sucker for diorama, and this looks beautiful. This looks beautiful. What is a fair price for this? If you're not into diorama, you probably haven't bought one. This type of diorama would run you sometimes, and this is like an actual figure license. I would say a fair price for this. And by fair, I don't mean cheap. I'm just saying fair due to the market that we're in right now. I would say 150 maybe, 130. Would I buy it for that price? I would. I bought dioramas for, if you go to Big Bad Toy Store right now, search 1/6 diorama. That's the normal price. And they're all like third-party companies. The base that you saw from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I forgot whatever the name is, where it's like a gargoyle holding a broken balcony, that is around 130 at Big Bad, and that is unlicensed. And you can say, hey, that's better than this, bigger. Maybe you're right, but this has more complicated paint application than that, because that one's just all gray. It's a bunch of rubble and all that stuff. This is a more complicated paint application, an actual character, and license as well. And you can see there's a lot of things going on. And you could use this for Spider-Man or, other figures that you might have. So I am all for this. I hope they do Sandman as well, because that is another figure that might not be a figure at all. That might just be something like a diorama. So I hope they do that to complete the lineup, at least for No Way Home. Because No Way Home, let's be honest here, it's like printing money for Hot Toys. It's Spider-Man. The villains, Spider-Man has the most compelling villains, I would say, just outside of Batman. We all know who's villains, and they're popular in their own right. So it is going to sell. It is going to sell for sure. This is beautiful. It could work, especially if you buy, I will buy Doc Ock. It's funny now because I'm set on buying all these things. I just don't know when. The trend that Hot Toys is going on for right now. You almost don't have to pre-order because there's no incentive unless there's like a, bonus on pre-ordering. Even at that, the way that it's coming down right now, it is just insane. Like you're doing yourself a disservice almost if you pre-order. So I definitely all the announcements today just caught my eye, and I'm excited. I'm excited from what's ahead. I mean, we're not going to see this for another year or so. Who knows? The tide might completely change by then. We'll see, but I'm happy. Look at this shot right here. Like if you are into photography, you could get away with shots, like different kind of shots. It's the character and the environment around it. I think it's awesome. Now, I can understand if it sounds ridiculous to you paying $150 for a base, you're not wrong. I totally understand that. But for somebody like myself who is into diorama, because I think it just enhances my photography. I feel like I could be wrong here, but that's just how I feel. And I'm going to continue doing that. Now, if you're lacking space and you feel like you could definitely use that money to add to buy more figures or statue, I totally understand that as well. So you might not even have to buy this. This might not sell at all. So if you sit down, and this could be like Mysterio's drone, like just an accessory, whatever the case is, and might sit there and you might get a deal. I think that's what's going to happen here as well. But let me know in the comments. Are you excited for this too? I would call figures, or are you just going to get Spider-Man, or you're not happy that it looks like Spider-Man 2? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. big thanks to my members for continuing to support my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.